Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast, proudly presented by Little Caesars. 15 off 20, any online order. Use promo code SAVE15, code LCFREECC, free crazy combo with a pizza purchase. All right, with Jason Shear and John Brogan, I am merely Mike Luke. Arizona, at the end of the day, this was a game that Arizona was in control, but Arizona ended up winning the game. A win is a win is a win. You make absolutely no apologies for this. You went into a tough environment. You beat a team that's probably going to be a top 4 seed in the tournament. And this is a good win, guys. Arizona now is 21-0 and 8-0 in the Big 12. Skier, Brogan, thoughts?
Look, man, we were too, I don't know what we were, very close to having a completely different conversation to start this show. But the fact of the matter is, except for the last, 3 minutes?
Right. It was a domination.
Arizona went into Provo and kicked their butt. Very clearly a better team than BYU. Went into that environment, kicked their butt, handled the last 3 minutes when they could have completely panicked, right? Like, a win is a win. Like you mentioned, BYU now has 2 conference losses. This is a very, very big win for Arizona.
Brogan?
And in the end, this type of ending will help Arizona more than a 15-point Costa win because the pressure got amped up. They had to make some free throws. They had to get some defensive stops. They got to figure out how to not turn the ball over late in the game. And so, would it have been a lot less stressful and would I live 2 years longer had they won by 14? Probably. But in the end, they can learn from it. So I don't necessarily hate it given the fact that they won. If they lost, I'd be pissed. But, we'll take it.
All right, now let's get it. Let's see here. All right, we're not going to talk about ADO. Okay. Shout out to Tony that played his butt off and just came up short. BYU's best player. I'm actually going to back the officials here for a minute. And then we got let's see here. We got another one here. Tyler Warden. This is a 10-point win in my mind. Dominated BYU the entire game outside the last 4 minutes. Here's where I'm going to back. I actually give the officials credit. Because there's a lot of coaches or a lot of officials that would have fallen for all of the AJ Debansa fake fouls where he's trying to get hit. And I thought, guys, especially in the second half, I thought they did a pretty good job of not calling those because in the second half, dude, he was every single
that stick my leg 8 feet to the left 3-point phantom foul on Burries where he made 1 of 3, but then I got the rebound, hit the 3 was a 4-point play on a non-foul. That was in the last minute and a half of the game.
By the way, you were like, hey, you should put headphones in.
I understand what you're trying to say. Brogan and I were talking before the show. Like, I'm actually shocked they didn't call a foul on Jaden at the end of the game when Robert Wright drove. But I'm not giving him credit. Like, the calls at the end were terrible. The offensive foul on Jaden by Padilla was bad. I get where you're going, but the dude still went to the line 16 times.
And they did hold the whistle
there you go.
On the right drive and the Debansa drive. So they did make a couple. Is the sound better?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. They did hold their whistle late in the game when Arizona needed. Like, again, we all thought with 11 seconds to go in the game, Robert Wright was getting fouled with a chance to win the game. Just like last year when they called the phantom foul on Saunders or whatever. Right. So, I agree with you. They swallowed the whistle on those last 2 plays, but I guess what I'm saying is this. Let me rephrase because I'm getting my butt kicked by everybody. What I'm going to say is this: is that there was about 10 straight possessions in the second half where Debansa just drives to the hoop, throws it up, the crowd goes crazy, he goes flying into the stands or whatever, and they didn't call it. I felt like it felt like they were going to call a bunch of those, so I'm going to give them some credit there. You're right, though. The 3-point foul shot was absurd. The Bradley one was stupid as well. I was very happy to see Fran call him out on that one, by the way, as well. Fran's awesome. All right, now we got a whole bunch of let's read off the super snaps real quick. Okay. We got Meisner. Credit to BYU for making some huge shots down the stretch, but really Padilla tried the best to screw us. All right, what else we got? JB and Burry's, Sean, not Sean, 499. JB and Burry snatched BYU's soul in the first half. Koa had AJ in hell. Love the small ball lineup switching 1 through 5. Yes, very much agree. All right, Lee Ferris, great game by Guard U. 1999 super snap. Yes. Tom Smallwood, 15.
This was a great learning experience for the freshmen. A number 1 seed so close I can taste it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Colton Hawthorne, good win, but Tommy needs to learn inbounds plays and add a light into the team to lock in, and officials win games get stupid when it shouldn't. Yeah, we'll talk about that for sure. Little Guillermo, need to give Mr. Coach Klein a call for some inbounds plays. A win is a win, but how do we not have better inbounds plays? We're going to get to this. All right, now, Terrence Wilmore, 28% three-point shooter, missed 15 straight, goes 5 of 8 today. I told you Kennard Davis would do that. Yes. AJ
shout out to BYU fans on that one, bro. We all knew. Only Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe was our good pal Kobe L. Thiel was messaging us saying all my BYU buddies who he's never met said Kennard sucks and they don't want him to play. Well, yes. see that. But yes, very much appreciate you, TJ. All right, let's keep them going here. Cody, what do we got next?
We got more, dude.
You didn't read the rest of that.
Well, yes. Oh,
Super
sorry.
set.
AJ throws himself on the floor. Any hint of contact, and Arizona was up 10 points, better than BYU, if not for Padilla and inbounding, a lot of room for error. Yeah, it was a game where Arizona was clearly better. There was some crap that you didn't like. Ref sucks. Padilla's awful. $20 super snap. Vegas Falcon, back the A. Bridge Tech Communications, our guy Tony. I love this team, but I feel mentally defeated with how we nearly collapsed down the stretch. We were dominating. Yeah, yes, a win is a win, but you can't feel great about how we lose. We played with the ball. Gave up too many open threes. I agree with you, Tony. You are the man. And Andre Veras, the great Andre Veras, the gladiator. It's hard to win on the road in conference play. You can't give up a lead like that, even though we know that BYU would make a run at home. Most disappointing is the amount of offensive rebounds BYU got, inbounds plays. What the heck? All right, so very much appreciate that. Let's talk about some of the good stuff first. Braden freaking Burries. The game started with Braden Burries killing it. The game ended with Braden Burries. This guy's a monster. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. This guy is a freaking monster. How many points did he finish with?
We had a fun conversation before the game. He finished with 29 points, 7 of 13 from the field, 13 of 14 from the line, 5 boards, 4 assists, 3 steals, only 2 turnovers.
Right.
We had a fun conversation because I made him and Richie Saunders even.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Richie Saunders is awesome, but I think Braden Burries in a national basketball scene where the freshmen are the best I've ever seen, I think Burries is undervalued. Like I think he is good. He's just so good.
Let me ask you guys this. Is he the best? And again, we're going to count Flemings as a point guard, obviously. Is he the best? And is he the best freshman shooting guard in the country?
I'd have to look, but I don't know who would be better.
Off the top of my head, Brogan. Thoughts?
Let me look.
Who's the guy? Who's the guy at Louisville?
He's a point guard though. Mikael Brown.
Mikael Brown.
He's a point.
Yeah.
Let me look. I'm going to look right now.
I think he's the best. I mean,
I'm going to look at player rankings from last year, just so I can, because I don't, you know me.
Right. I mean, I think off the top of my head he is. But Brogan, I mean, this kid was a monster. And the thing about it, too, is what he's able to do is he's able to get you at all 3 levels. And I think that's the part that's really, you know, he can make the 3. The 3's good. He can get to the mid-range. He can get to the bucket. I mean, he is just he's awesome.
Are we counting the only guy I could think of that would be close? What position is Wagler for
small forward? I don't know.
I mean, those are the 2 that.
Yeah.
Wagler plays the point for them, so yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty remarkable just how good. It's pretty remarkable just how good he is, Brogan.
Wagler's definitely their shooting guard. Boswell's their point guard, but that's
because he's hurt. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So all right, fine. Let's say worst case scenario, he's second. That's still good. Yeah.
Furries, I'll take it.
Furries for Burries, baby.
So we talked about this. You know, the first 7 or 8 games is sometimes there's an adjustment period, and the game was a little too fast for him. He's not, you know, a quick twitch, athletic guy who can just adapt to the speed of the game super fast. But once he kind of hit that 6-7 game mark and settled into where now he's completely comfortable,
right?
Then you started to see 12, 14, 15, 18 points. Now what you see is like, now I'm playing at my speed, full speed, and you're this is the guy who made the run through the state tournament in California, beating like 14 Division I hoopers, including Tyran Stokes, but I think it was Tyran Stokes.
And
all the top guys.
And he's doing it at a public school too.
By the way, Tommy Lloyd on ESPN right now basically just said what you said, Brogan. There's going to be some games that come down to one stop. We haven't been in a lot of them, so it was great to experience that. I know it sounds corny, but it's right. Eventually, you beat the crap out of everyone. the close games and how to win them at the end has, it has value.
Well, the problem is they smash everybody. So it's like the opportunities just haven't been there. So it's good. I mean, they had a couple early in the season with Florida and UConn and whatnot, but and this looked a lot like the Florida game because they almost tricked it off at the end, but they need to be in those experiences so they can get used to, again, Bradley, we'll debate this later on the show, but Bradley catching the ball, taking one dribble on the sideline, grabbing the ball, hoping to get fouled, not calling a timeout and turning it over with the jump ball. Like those are things they've got to figure out.
You've got to figure out. I mean, all right, let's just talk about it here. I'm going to read something here that a message that I got, and I'm from somebody that played. He said, "You know that I love Tommy, but every basket out of bounds play in crunch time is a huge struggle for some reason. Obviously, it's harder to get the ball in. Everybody understands that, but." They struggle to get the ball in, and when the ball gets in, it's off clunky action. It's off of, Jaden Bradley just having to be physical or ending up in a corner. There's just nothing that ever looks smooth about it. Makes no sense. Guys, what do you think?
I remember when I texted you guys jokingly when Arizona was up 19 that it would come down to an inbounds play.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I get what you're saying, and I don't even know if I disagree. But is our opinion as strong if Tony Padilla doesn't call the garbage foul on Jaden? The ball's inbounded easily. He's fouled. He goes to the line and they win the game.
No, and generally I agree, but here's what I don't necessarily agree with. Well, they get the ball in the corner. Well, no, duh. That's what the defense is doing. They've got 3 guys in the paint forcing you to the corners. They're not just going to let you run down the lane and catch the ball with a guy standing 8 feet off of you, right? So defense dictates some of that. The thing that I don't understand is, and basketball has been this way forever, so maybe it's just the smart people who coach know better than I do.
By the way, everybody retweet. Let's get to 1,000. We're at 815. Sheer retweet right now. Go ahead.
I don't understand why I've seen one coach do it, and it might have been Kelvin Sampson, why we don't start with guys running away from the ball and then changing direction, coming back versus starting away from the ball and sprinting through your defender's chest.
Yeah,
but every team does it.
I think Sampson might be the best of the country at out-of-bounds plays. Seriously.
Yeah.
Right, and the thing that he said, too, is, and he said this about before, and remember, too, and then Jaden actually didn't end up getting called for it, but in a previous game, he said, you're playing with fire when you're basically just, you're just kind of pushing guys to try to get open. Now, the thing, that was a BS foul on Jaden, obviously.
Yeah.
But in the previous, there was a game 2 games ago where, he wasn't called for it, but you could easily call to push off as well. It's just something that worries me because it's an issue. I mean, I think of the Florida game. Like, just go back to the Florida game. They're running the entire game, and then they can't get the ball inbounds, and,
Yeah. The problem is it's not so much the push-off. The game's a physical game, and defenders are grabbing and holding and doing all the things. The problem is you can't put yourself in a position where you give the officials an opportunity to make a questionable call.
Right.
So that's the problem. It's like the foul on Bradley wasn't tonight. A little push-off's not a foul because defenses are holding. Like, there's a million things you can call that. The problem I have is it doesn't really look like Tommy cares to do anything different because it just looks the same 21 games in.
Right.
And so our inbounds play is going to be our guys will run faster to a spot than your guy will. They'll get the ball, and then hopefully they just make good basketball plays because they're smart players. Doesn't always work.
Yeah, I have an issue with Tommy, and it's not the inbounds play tonight. But there is something that I didn't like. I think Arizona went to the prevent offense way too early. Like, they were carving them up, and then with 4 minutes to go, they start walking up the ball. They're going deep in the shot clock. Like, what happens if Koa Pete doesn't make that jumper at the end of the shot? You know what I mean? Like, I thought they went into, and I hate it in football and I hate it in basketball. I don't understand it. You're dominating them. They could have dropped 95 points on BYU, and then a team that loves to get in transition and get out and score points starts walking the ball up court. I hate it.
Yeah. Now, Ray Vargas says, can we talk about 499 Super Snap? Can we talk about Tommy going into the slowdown it's basically he said with about 6 minutes left. I agree. The thing about this team, and that I think that I think people need to understand, and obviously Tommy gets it. $4.99, by the way. Very much appreciate you. We'll get to the other Super Snaps here shortly. But the thing that I think this offense, and I know the spacers don't want to talk about it. This offense is freaking awesome. even when they're not hitting, they're able to get what they want. They ain't gonna get theirs. But at the end of the day, though, I mean, they are able to get whatever they want almost. I mean, the offense is simple, it's smooth, and I know that someone's like, oh, they don't make 12 threes per game. I don't care, man. Between Burries, between Bradley, between Koa when he's playing well, Tobe in the middle, like, they are able to get what they want. I mean, there's a reason that they're averaging 90 points per game, guys.
Mike, Arizona shot 59% from 2 today.
Yeah, it's again. So when people are complaining about the offense or their concerns about the offense, I just don't get it. It's like all right, go ahead. Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Well, and here's where I'm at with the Arizona team. I mean, if you look at the game tonight, BYU made 13 threes, almost 40% from 3. They had 19 offensive rebounds.
Did they make 40% from 3?
38%,
Oh, wow.
13
okay.
to 34.
Yeah, that's better than I thought.
BYU?
But
Yeah.
BYU, yeah.
13
But
34.
right, 38%. Yeah.
Yeah, 34.
But
Unless there's that many.
I tend to agree with the people that say this is really a 10-point game. Like, it's one of those weird things. If this exact game played out this exact way 10 more times, 9 of them would be 10-point wins. So with that being said, here's where I'm at with this Arizona team. You have to play a perfect game to beat them.
Yeah.
BYU made threes. BYU hit the offensive glass. And so the reason BYU didn't win is because Rob Wright had a stinker game. Like, they had to get 20+ from Saunders, 20+ from
Well, I'll go a step further.
Debansa.
Think about what you and I were talking about pretty much all day today before, where you're like, all right, BYU's got to make more than 10 threes to be able to win this game.
Yeah.
Not only did they make more than 10 threes, they made 13 threes. And this, I mean, let's be honest here. Arizona kind of whizzed some stuff away at the end. But this was a 10 to 15-point game pretty much the entire game. So you got a BYU team that made 13 threes, and they still, and you still weren't able to really carve into that. It's amazing what they're able to do.
And BYU had 19 more shot attempts in this game.
Right.
And still was down 11 with 1:20 to go.
Right.
Yeah.
It comes down to margin of error, right?
Yeah.
Arizona didn't rebound the ball well tonight, in my opinion. Right.
Agreed.
BYU had 16 offensive rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona struggled there. Arizona went 4 of 12 from 3. Not great, right?
Right.
You take a look at it. Mo Kribis, he rebounded the ball and defended well, was a non-factor offensively. ADO and Aristo didn't score. Tobe Awaka was in foul trouble. Koa Pete struggled. But then you have your 2 guards that combined for 55 points. Right? Like, and again, I go back to the Jerome Chang quote.
Mm-hmm.
Pick your poison, but it's all poison.
Go ahead and
contain Mo Kribis and double team the post like BYU did today. BYU double teamed the post all game and said, let the guards beat us. Well, the guards killed you. What are you going to do? It's just really difficult.
And Arizona's going to there's going to be games where Karchenkov's the best player, Pete's the best player, Burries, Bradley, Krivas, Awaka. Like, they've got 6 guys who can be the best player, who have been the best player in games this year. And so, to your point, you're not just going to beat Arizona by saying we're going to take Krivas out of the game or we're going to eliminate Bradley from the game. We're going to eliminate Koa, because somebody else is going to step up and give you 20 or 25. Like, there's just no way around it.
All right, everybody, tell your friends. Get in here. We got 903 people in here. Get in there. Yeah. Let's get to 1,000. We're only 97 away. All right, let's get a couple.
They just put the game-winning defensive play. I think they gave the block to the wrong player. If you watch it again, I think Burries gets the block.
It was Burries.
Burries, yeah. For
coming off from behind.
They gave it to Krivas, but if you watch it again, it's very
clear. It was Burries.
It's Burries.
Yeah. It was definitely Burries for sure. Okay, let's get a couple reads in here. Hey, we're going to catch up. What do you got? Talk to me.
By the way, how did they not let AJ get that last shot?
I don't know. That one was in. We'll get to AJ. All right, yeah, Casino del Sol. We are going to be having a watch parties there, and it's going to be a lot of fun, especially during the Big 12 tournament. Probably going to have a day where we just camp out there and we watch games, we bet on sports, we eat good food, we have good drinks, and we're going to have a number of these, though. Very much looking forward to this, hanging out in the sports book and making some money. And again, you can hang out with me. I mean, well, heck, maybe you don't want to hang out with me, but you can hang out with other people that are cooler than me. Either way, Casino del Sol. It's going to be a lot of fun. We got a lot of announcements coming up here shortly. All right, Foster Plumbing, baby. Residential and commercial, licensed, bonded, and insured. Back the pipe. Gas, water, sewer repairs 24/7. 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Call 520-603-3817 to schedule service today. You do a lot of good stuff. Brogan, your front pipe's still working, right?
Still here.
All right, yeah. Have you stuck it in the furnace lately? Yeah.
It depends on the day.
Yeah, it depends on the day. Hey. All right, but either way, check it out. They do a lot of good stuff, and they can help. Like I said, they basically do everything. 10% off when you mention AZ12 Podcast. All right, what else we got? All right, Lan the freaking man. Lan, our LDS correspondent, along with John Brogan, was at the game, so he's probably not in the comments right now, but he lied to us about this woman. This is not a real woman. But again, you can get dental implants at affordable rates. $19.97 championship package. Daily urgent care Monday through Friday. Owned by local Arizona alumni. Only offers necessary treatment. Check it out. Dental implants at urgent care. All right. We got to talk about Jaden Bradley. First of all, the national media is stealing all of my stuff now. I'm never right about anything, but when Kelvin Sampson is text messaging Fran Fraschilla during the game saying he reminds him of Jamal Shed, Kelvin, come to little Mike Luke. Give me credit on this one. But joking aside, this dude, from stopping runs to that mid-range jumper that never misses, to making threes, to getting steals, I mean, you name it, he does it. I mean, we're watching a special player and a very special season here, fellas.
When we talked at halftime, I said that if Jaden Bradley shoots like that, he's the best point guard in the country. I would take him over everyone. That's my guy. I would take him over anyone.
I would still take him over anyone, but yes.
But when he shoots like that, forget it. I mean, just forget it. 10 of 15, 26 points, controlling the pace of the game. Putting Robert Wright in hell, like it was just ridiculous. That's the thing too. We're all focusing on his 26. Robert Wright was 3 of 16 from the field.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, go
yeah.
ahead.
The only point guard in the country that's on the level right now, Bradley, is Fleming's. Like being able to close games, getting the ball, like clutch plays, all the things. Fleming's going to be a better NBA player than Bradley. But if you're talking about the two most valuable point guards in the country, it's those two by a mile. And then you start to get into the Braden Smiths after that. But it's those two are so much further ahead of it than everybody else. It's not even close.
Yeah, I mean, and you watch him, though, and this is also the epitome. Jaden Bradley is the epitome of the guy, though, that you have to watch him play. If you just look at the box score at the end of the season and you're like, oh, cool, he's averaging 15 and 5 or whatever, you have to watch him play. I think Brogan, I think it was you that texted me and you said something where you go, where you said, what was it? Where you're like, yeah, I mean, the dude just kind of doesn't do it, just gets everybody involved. But when it's time to win, it's like, all right, well, here we go. We're about to score. And he's done it time and time and time again. And remember, that was the question last year before the season. Who was going to replace Caleb Love as, the guy? And it's Jaden Bradley, and it's Jaden Bradley in spades.
We had an assistant coach tell us that, well, Caleb was really good and blah, blah, blah. When it came to efficiency, Braden would be better because Braden isn't the type of player to go out there and shoot 3 of 18.
Right.
And I love Caleb, but I mean, it turned out to be true. Like he's just not that type of dude.
And I'm gonna stick up for Caleb though a little bit because this team is drastically better across.
I don't want to look at it as a negative at Caleb.
One team's got Koa Pete, the other had Trey Townsend. That's the best way I can put it.
Well, what you get is Burries takes Love's role for the first 35-ish minutes.
Right.
And then Bradley takes it for the last 5, basically, in terms of being the guy with the ball in his hands and going to make plays at the end of the game. But this team in general is more efficient than last year's team and just a better offensive team last year. But it's just because the parts fit better.
Well, all right. Well, let's talk about that for a second. I think the other thing about this as well is that this team is just a much smarter team than last year's team was, and I don't know how else to put it. KJ Lewis could do some really good things. I like KJ more than Shear does, but KJ was good for 3 or 4 boneheaded plays every single game where you're like, what are you doing? Yvonne never has boneheaded plays. I don't know that I've ever seen Yvonne do something where I'm like, what the heck are you doing? He's always under control. So that was obviously something. Trey Townsend, you get him out of here. You get Koa in there. You got dudes off the bench as well. It's just a smarter team that doesn't do nearly some of the dumb thing. Now, granted, there are some dumb things, but overall, it's a much smarter team.
Well, and here the play that sums that up for me in this game was the last play of the game, right? Wright gets into the paint, bumps Bradley, pivots, and is going to shoot a little runner floater. Krevis is there. Bradley could have easily just sat next to his man and said, okay, let's see what happens. But knowing with 2 seconds left, Wright can't pass the ball back out for an open shot. There's not enough time for that. So he's able to come off of his man, knowing time, situation, all those things, and impact the play with a block. I don't think you get that last year from half the guys on the floor, where they're going to leave their man because there's 2 seconds left, understanding you can't make a pass there to make a play. So, again, you see it with Karchenkov. There was 2 games ago, Kansas State it was, whatever, when he had like a tip on like 6 straight possessions or whatever, whatever it was. Anyways, you see this team they don't turn the ball over a ton. They're way more active on defense last year. I would be willing to bet their deflections are probably up 50% from last year. So, again, smart shows up basketball in a lot of different ways. But I think that play at the end of the game is the one that sums it up for me.
Sheer?
Here's a fun stat about Braden Burries just before I go on. Freshman, this is from Brian Peterson, your boy. Freshman with 29 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals, and a block on the road versus a ranked team since 2004.
On Mondays when the weather's below 20.
The list is
I was going to say, yeah.
That's
See,
it.
those things lose me just because it's so specific.
On Braden Burries, only guy ever.
All right, so I'm guessing tomorrow I can find something where Mo Krevis is the only.
I think we both know you can't find anything statistical, so that's a lie.
Hey,
That's an absolute lie.
He can ask us for it tomorrow.
Brogan and I had explained to you how to find ESPN earlier.
Brogan, hey, I'm not going to take any crap from Brogan. Brogan spent the last 2 shows not being able to get his computer connected. So
Mike's
buzz
like,
off
how do
with
I
that.
get to this new network, ESPN?
Yeah, my favorite though, the one that bothers Sheer the most is when I ask him if it's on TV, and he's like, "They're all on TV."
Right.
Name of the country's on TV.
Yeah, well, you also got to remember though too that like when I was growing up, a lot of games weren't on TV, so I still got that in, got that in the back of my mind. Okay, let's talk about the other thing too. I want to talk about too. If I were to tell you before that Arizona was going to beat BYU, Koa Pete was going to be essentially non-existent. Mo was not going to do much. ADO was not going to do anything. Dwayne wasn't going to do much. You're probably like, and BYU is going to make 13 threes. Probably in a lot of trouble there, guys. Not a game where you're basically up 15 points the entire game.
Well, it's like if you look at Arizona offensively, they scored 86 points on 53 shot attempts. And so, again, they're going to have games where they shoot, 80 shots, 70 shots, whatever the case may be, because they offensive rebound like crazy. They're going to have games where they get to the free throw line because they do that better than just about every team in the country. They're going to have an occasional game where they make a bunch of threes. This team just can beat you in like 19 different ways. And again, back to what I was saying earlier, you have to be perfect against Arizona for 40 minutes to win this year. So far, that's been the thing. Yeah. And no team's been able to be perfect for 40 minutes. Some teams for 35 minutes. BYU was perfect for about 2.5 minutes before the last 11 seconds. It's too much pressure,
Can you imagine, Sheer, how good this team would be if Fry Rice and the Spacers were able to actually come up with the roster?
Look, it goes back to margin of error, Mike. Like, the amount of stuff. Again, Arizona's probably going to lose. Before tonight, I said Arizona's going to lose in the regular season. Arizona might lose during the regular season now. When it does, there's going to be so much that goes wrong. And not only that, it has to go right for the other team. Like Arizona's foul trouble happened tonight. Arizona's no bench contributions for the most part happened tonight. Koa Pete didn't play well, happened tonight. The other team made 15 threes or whatever.
The only guy, the only big man that had a real, a sizable impact was Tobey.
Right, and yet here you go. The guards played well. Arizona shot 53% in the game, won the game. Right, and their margin of error. Like when you look at BYU, they're exactly what we thought they were. They have 3 players, and if one of them doesn't play well, it becomes very difficult for them to win. Tonight it was Robert Wright. AJ had 24 points, but it was 6 of 24. You need near perfect games for 2 of those 3 to have any chance whatsoever.
Brogan, did I tell you about a good buddy? So let's talk about AJ for a second. By the way, let's get caught up on Super Snaps, Cody. Where are we at? Super Snaps. Feed them to me. All right, Mike, free throws, 199. We're going to talk free throws. Trust me, that's what we're going to do next. Ray Vargas, 499. Need Tommy to make some adjustments. Mo not touching the court for 7 game minutes is bad. Oh, that's for you, Dennis Walsh. Okay, 31 QWOZ. It sounds like a submarine nuclear code. Burry's SWAT is the new D-Will block. I kind of like that one. Yeah. Not quite the same, but yeah. Burry's is a mini Booker.
Sure. Why not?
I mean,
yeah.
I don't
maybe like
hate
the
but-
Timu version.
Right. I don't. Yeah, the Timu, but I'm going to say a very, very poor man's Booker. But how about that? Yes. Okay. Your text caused it all. Kobe L. Field. No, your Steelers information caused it all. Yeah. Ray Vargas. Can we talk about Tommy wanting to slow the game down with 6 minutes left when we were looking good going at it? Yes, we did talk about that. We're smart people. Oh, of course, Tobe forgets how to rebound late in the game when we need it most. Ben Felix, $9.99 super snap. Hugh Bob, $4.99. We're always talking about girth, but it was the smallest players on the team that delivered a happy ending tonight. That is funny. All right, let's talk about Koa Pete here for a second. I love Koa Pete. Brogan and I are a lot bigger on Koa Pete than Skier. Skier was never a huge Koa Pete guy. The free throws are concerning. There's a weird, and you know what it is with him too? Maybe it's just, like, what's he shooting now on the season after this game? What's he shooting for?
Probably like 65%.
All right. And maybe it's just aesthetics for me, but the free throw, the weird hitch, and the no arc, he doesn't. We're talking about margin for error. He does not give himself a lot of margin for error on his free throws. And the other thing too, and that's why when it hits the rim, like, I got to give John Brogan a little bit of credit here. I don't like giving him credit, but I got to just a little bit. John Brogan and one other guy are generally considered the best shooters in the city. When you watch Brogan play, when you watch him shoot, now a lot of times it's just a swoosh. But there's a lot of times too when it just hits the rim, it just dies and it goes in. He's, that's what, when you watch Koa and it hits the rim, it doesn't feel like it's going to die and go in. It feels like it's about to go into the second row. What do we do about this? Is there anything you can do about this, guys?
2 things. I thought, number one, it felt worse tonight because of the 3 he missed.
Right.
Like, if he made one of those, I think we would have been okay with it. 2, there's nothing you can do about it. You're not changing his shooting motion in the middle of the season. It's not happening. He is who he is. You just hope that he can make him when it matters.
Brogan.
And the same thing, like, he's got a hitch. You can't work that out in the middle of the season. Again, Aaron Gordon remade his jumper when he got to the NBA. Koa, they're going to work on Koa's. Like, his 3-point shots are worse than his free throws. Like, they're just as much of a line drive from 3. If you look at the best shooters, Steph Curry, Clay, guys like that,
John Brogan,
Lillard,
1290.
they all have none of them shoot line drives.
Right.
None of them.
You don't give yourself a chance to let it go in.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of physics at that point, right? The more line drive you shoot, the smaller the rim gets. The higher you shoot it, the bigger the rim gets. So it doesn't make any sense, but he's grown up shooting like that. He's always been tall, so he's been a little closer to the hoop. But
yeah,
I think at this point, Tommy's going to have to be situational on who he plays at the end of games. The good news is you can play Ivan at the 4 in a pinch if you had to. You get ADO on there if you need free throw shooting and things like that. But Koa does so many other things, from playmaking to rebounding.
He's
defense.
fantastic.
Like,
yeah, you're going to.
You just got to try to keep the ball out of his hands in the last.
I actually think you make a really good point. How many jump shots did that dude take in high school? 3.
Yeah, not a ton.
No one's forcing him. No one was forcing him to shoot jump shots. So it's like, finally we're seeing him shoot a little bit. And it's weird. What's weird is he's not, like, his mid-range game is money.
Yeah,
it is money. It's weird, but it's weird, but it's still a flat shot. But it goes in, But
if I'm 6 feet from the bucket and I'm 6'8" and I elevate, I don't have to shoot the ball that high to flick it in the rim from 6-8 feet away. Right. But the further away you go, the much more arc matters. And
hey Brogan, did I tell you about a good buddy of mine that insisted during the pregame show this morning that Tobe would not guard AJ Debansa under any circumstances?
Yeah, and he guarded him twice. That was me.
And
he guarded
him
twice. It was miserable. And then he didn't guard him again.
You got bad
2 straight fouls.
And the second Tobe comes into the game, they put him right on AJ Debansa.
Yeah, maybe Tommy should have listened to me. It was awful.
You said it wasn't going to happen, though. I agree with you.
It shouldn't have happened.
No, yeah, go ahead.
And Tommy clearly wanted to have as much size on Debansa as possible. Koa, Tobey, a little bit of Ivan. Like you could clearly see it when they weren't switching screens, obviously, but you could clearly see their game plan was size. Hard to argue because, Debansa had 26 points or whatever, but he was 6 for 24, shot 14 free throws. So, I mean, in the end, he had 30 shot attempts?
Right.
And got fouled on a couple, but it's 24 shot attempts plus the free throws. Like, that's a lot of looks to get up 25, 26 points or 24 points, whatever he had. So I think they're happy with the defense on Debansa.
I think we need
I don't
to
think he's going to
discuss
complain
AJ,
about that.
because I think I have a different opinion than you two.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about
least
BYU and
shocking
AJ.
thing ever, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
the least shocking thing ever.
I
Let's get
think he's go ahead.
Let's get some reads in here first, and then we'll talk about it. Yeah.
Piece of crap.
Yeah, piece of crap. Yeah. Hope you fall out of Harry Lex's jet without.
That was mean.
Yeah. Sorry, Harry Lex, take this man
I
up
hope
to
his
10th.
jet reverses over you.
Yeah, I hope that wing hits you in the head.
Ugh.
Yeah, Harry Lex, come on. Or Dennis Walsh, maybe he could back over it with the RJ's parking lot. Oh, speaking of RJ's Frozen Cactus, red hot sports and ice cold beer. Huge parking lot you can park a jet in. You got people out here that are already talking about it, and they're like, man, I can't wait to park in there because it is awesome, and it is a lot of fun as well. 100 craft beers plus $2 deals, pizza, wings, tacos, burgers, and more. Girl, you look good. You better back that jet up. Oh, boom. No bad seats. That was good, wasn't it?
Holy crap, that was
I
good.
just went juvenile, baby. Woohoo! I'm going to get mine. But either way, RJ's Frozen Cactus. Check it out. It is a lot of fun. Dennis Walsh says every time I say that, he laughs. So I'll do it one more time for you, Dennis
funny.
Walsh.
I laugh as well.
All right, Longview. I'm going to get mine. Okay, now listen. Some of us might be getting ours, but we're not going to endorse Andre Veras. You can give me whatever you want. You could tell me that a jet is going to violate or. That sounds terrible. No, you can tell me.
That's going to violate.
Yes, a jet will violate me. No, you. Let's see here. Yes. Yes, and Eichel puts it very well. The cheesesteak is even better, as is the beer and the drinks at RJ's. Very, very true. But Andre, we will not endorse Andre Veras. I will sit on a sword before I endorse Andre Veras.
Ooh, that's a good question. If Andre Veras and Tony Padilla were together and you had to pick one to endorse, who would
Tony
it be?
Padilla. All day.
You already endorsed Tony Padilla at the beginning of the podcast.
Yeah,
hey, man, Tony
it would just be like deja vu for you, Mike.
Yeah, man. Hey, Tony, come back here, man. We got some unfinished business. Either way, did you recently change your job? Let's talk through your old 401k and learn more about your. Sorry, I generally don't break face. I just did there. All right. Investing on your own, but not sure it's enough. Give the Gladiator a call. 520-325-3456. All right. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. Now, Brogan, do you have air conditioning at your house?
I do. Luckily.
Good. Sheer, do you have air conditioning?
I do, thankfully, yes.
All three of us are in a group chat with somebody that does not have air conditioning.
This is true.
And that's why he doesn't know anything. I think he's a smart guy, but that's why he doesn't know anything, and he gives us bad information. If you know anybody out there that does not have air conditioning, you need to get them with Comfort X HVAC right now. And you can get 10% off when you mention the AZ12 podcast. Yeah, it's hot in Tucson. Duh, Wit. And call 520-222-7012 or book online at comfortxhvac.com. Service and maintenance. Yes, emergency repairs. And the great Dennis Walsh just said Brogan's furnace does not need a tune-up. It looks like it's working just fine. Yeah. Hey, man, you're approaching that age where, the furnace can get a little shaky from time to time. So either way, and they give free estimates. Check it out. Comfort X HVAC. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, all right. Now, Rich Carrillo. Gross. Okay. Now, hey, look, BYU, you know what's weird about BYU? By the way, Tyler Warden, our future coach of AZ12 Prep, I don't mind swamp coolers. The old Bear Down gym felt amazing. Well, I hate swamp coolers. I am not going to agree with you on that one.
Yeah, we don't roll with swamp cooler. I didn't even know what a swamp cooler was before I came there.
They're garbage. It's basically like putting like a little fan in your armpit and then like pushing it out and saying, "Hey, yeah, here's
just spray a water bottle at a fan and see if you like it.
That's
see
what
it
it
cools
is.
you down in the summer.
Me with an issue before the game, and you were worried that it would still be their post game. Is it? Are you okay? Are you cleared up now?
Oh man, I had terrible gas. I was farting up a storm, but then
He
like
called me worried. He's like, "My sheer ones if it's not gone by post game."
no, it's gone. It's gone. So yes, it's all right. Let's talk about AJ Debansa and BYU. Any BYU persons tuning in, they're like, man, these guys are talking about farts and being violated by a jet. But all right. BYU, and Brogan and I were talking about this, is not as their offense is not nearly as good as it was last year. It's just not. And the reason why is because you've got Debansa, who is basically, they just one-on-one the entire time. There's very little movement. It's just not what you saw last year. Now, I'm a lot bigger on Debansa in the MNBA than Shear is, but Brogan and then Shear, like, the offense just isn't as good.
Well, let's let Shear go first since he's got
Yeah.
the Debansa hot take.
Well, I think the issue with the offense first is that it's an NBA offense. In the ISO offense, where you just let dudes ISO all the time, isn't going to work in college. The spacing generally isn't there. I think AJ is good. I think he has an NBA game.
A what game?
An MNBA game where I think he'll go to the line and all that, and that stuff will work. In college, I just don't think it works as well. And I know he's really good, and he's going to have some good games. But I think the biggest thing that I kept coming back to is when I watched BYU's offense, and we talked about this at halftime, Mike, it feels very easy to game plan for.
Yeah,
Texas
and that's
Tech,
kind of what Brogan was saying. That's kind of what Brogan was saying on
Texas
the phone
Tech
as well,
contained their offense too in a similar fashion. It just feels very easy to plan for.
Brogan?
Yeah, and I don't think the offense is different, certainly, but the players are totally different, right? Last year was run up and down, shoot a bunch of threes. They don't have that roster this year. They've got Kennard Davis, who can shoot threes. They've got Rob Wright, who's an okay three-point shooter. Debansa's an okay three-point shooter. They lost Dawson Baker, who's probably their best three-point shooter, him and Saunders. So I think Kevin Young saw what their roster was last year and what their flaws were, and this was his first attempt at an edit, which was be better defensively, get more athletic, and do all those things. With that comes changes in the offense. Then you also layer on the fact that you've got the best one-on-one player in the country, him and Peterson, and this is what you got. I think we'll see another iteration of BYU basketball next year that will be some sort of combo of the two. I don't think this is going to be Kevin Young's final answer to his offense in the future, because he's going to certainly see where they get exposed and where their limitations are. But, BYU just doesn't have good depth or other good players around Debansa, Saunders, and Wright. And so to Shear's point earlier, if two of them aren't firing on all cylinders, or Debansa doesn't go for 43 like he did against Utah, they're going to struggle a little bit. And so I think it's just Kevin Young going through the same type of stuff that Tommy went through, which is it's 2 or 3 iterations of college basketball before you really find your groove, which is where Tommy's at now.
Hey, we got
I think we also forget, like last year, they had Dallin Hall, who they lost. They had Trevin Nell, who they lost. They had Trey Stewart, who they lost. They had Dawson Baker, who's hurt, and then they replaced them with who? Like
athletic defender types of guys, not guys who can shoot it.
They had Catchings who could score and get hot maybe a little bit. They don't have anybody off their bench that can score. Nobody.
Yeah. No, they don't. They don't. And that's where like I said, losing Baker was a loss. But let's talk about Debansa here for a second. I know there's a lot of people out there that are watching this game, and they're clogging my feet up. If you think that AJ Debansa is not going to be an awesome MNBA player, you don't know ball. Now, you could say he didn't play well today. That's fine. Totally agree. But that dude's going to average 25-plus points per game. And I'm going to say this. Tell me if I'm wrong. He missed a lot of shots he normally makes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, if you ask me, he's the best player in the country, if you ask me. Peterson's the other one in the conversation. Yeah. Yeah. Shoots 55% from the floor, averages 24 points a game, rebounds, defends, can create for his teammates when he's not making shots. What does he not do?
Now,
6'9".
I just think Boozer's clearly in college, the best player in college, but clearly.
All right, Shelby says Mike's AJ love is annoying. He should be focusing on Caleb and Bella only. Well, I don't mind focusing on a guy that's going to be the first pick in the draft, but
AJ's really good. I just feel like it'll work in the NBA. I don't think his game works in college.
You know
If
what?
BYU were in the ACC, would they be smashing all those teams too?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who's good in the ACC besides Duke?
Nobody.
But I mean, Duke smashed dudes out of conference too. Like Boozer, I mean, they played Kansas, for instance, right?
Without
and
Peterson.
Boozer gets Kansas at 18 points and 6 rebounds and 5 assists, right? Like they played Florida, they played Michigan State, they played Tech, they lost by Tech by 1. But like Boozer's dominated. Like Boozer had 29 against Florida. He had 18 and 11 against Michigan State, and against Tech he had 23.
You know what? I think Brogan and I are on the same. I get what you're saying, and I think where I side with Brogan though is that he's just so unathletic that when I look at somebody, it feels like he would be easier to guard, but he is awesome, obviously. So,
Yeah, I mean, Boozer's a great college player.
This is the best freshman class I've ever seen, ever. Can't think of. I don't even know, because dude, we're like when you talk about top 10, like.
Yeah.
Kingston Flemings, Braden Burries, Koa Pete, Peterson, Boozer, AJ, Acuff,
Caleb Wilson.
Wagler.
It's stupid. It's stupid the amount of freshmen that are good in the country.
How can you say Peter? All right, John Hippensteel says, how can you say Peterson is so good when he can't stop getting injured? First of all, I don't believe it gets injured. I do believe the ankle injury was real.
It's real easy.
But
he's healthy. He's a monster. He's averaging.
You just got to watch him.
He's a freaking monster when he's healthy.
Yeah, no, he's really good. Trust me on this one. But all right, so that's kind of where I'm at now. Looking ahead though. Inbounding efficiency, is inbounding efficiency a thing?
No, but we should make it a thing.
Inbounding efficiency. I like that idea. Okay, now looking ahead then a little bit. You got Arizona State and you got Oklahoma State. I expect Arizona to run through both of those teams. What are you now? 8-0? What are we now? 8-0?
8-0 what?
8-0 in the conference?
Yeah.
Have there been 8 conference games already?
Yeah, I think so.
21-0, 8-0. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're 8-0 right now. So you're probably going to be 10.
You don't give ASU a chance?
Not really. I mean, ASU. I mean, you had the little guy that I like, the little cricket point guard.
I think ASU is going to lose by. I think practice is going to be fun because of what happened in the last 3 minutes, and I think it gets taken out on ASU.
Well, and they have a week, not a week, but they've got 5 full days to prepare for that one.
Yeah.
So,
and then Oklahoma State is terrible.
And I think there's going to be a lot of redlining that's going to be happening before. And when redlining occurs in the way that it is, when you've got a week to redline, you're in a lot of trouble. Okay.
I know you like Ken Palm, Mike. There's only one game below a 52% likelihood that Arizona will win.
Hey, so is
Houston,
Ken Palm
right?
Below 60? How about that? Below 60.
At Houston?
Yes, that is the least likely game for Arizona to win. The second least likely game is at Kansas.
Ken Palm his algorithm just put Arizona finally at number 1 like last week, right?
His projected record for Arizona is 29-2. Do you think Arizona will be a 1 seed if they went 29-2?
Yeah, I think they'll do all right. They're 29-2. I think they're going to be all right. Yeah.
Let's just put you on the record here because no one's listening. Do you think?
Nobody cares.
Do you think they beat Kansas at Kansas? Or is that
yes. No, I think
if Peterson plays,
I think they lose that game.
I still like Arizona because Kansas is too small. It's the BYU factor.
Isn't Kansas big though with Badunga and
you got Badunga and you got Tiller?
Yeah, they're big.
Okay, you have 2 guys.
Yeah, but I also think their perimeter. I like their perimeter more.
My bad, Mike. Let's do this.
Debansa and Tiller are the same size.
You think Arizona gets undefeated?
No.
No. Not. I think they lose a couple games.
I think they'll lose at Houston, and I could see Tech making 15 threes and beating them. I could see Iowa State getting hot and beating them. Monklevich is basically an all-NBA player against Arizona.
I will say, as hard as Arizona's schedule is, them getting Tech at home as opposed to the road is awesome.
Yeah, 29-2 feels right for Arizona, for sure. 29-2.
I think there's going to be 3 losses, including the tournament or the Big 12 tournament. I'm going 3 losses.
I like how you clarified the tournament because people would not have been happy with you.
Yeah, people would not have been happy without that one. Yes, exactly. All right, hey, let's catch up on Super Snaps. Where are we at, Cody?
I have another hot take. If Arizona does run the regular season undefeated, I would lose the first game of the Big 12 tournament on purpose. Just play the walk-ons. Don't care.
I mean,
If you're undefeated and just smashing everybody, you just keep smashing
dude, you
everybody.
keep smashing. You got a
Get that
chance in
pressure
history.
off me.
You got a chance in history, man. Here's what I'm going to say, though.
Quick.
That you're going to have a ton of pressure on you either way, man. If you're the number 1 overall seed, plus if you're Tommy in this team, all you're hearing about is, oh, you can't get past the Sweet 16. You can't get past the Sweet 16. You're going to have pressure on you anyway. I'm the guy. I go for gold. I don't want to lose a game. If I can go undefeated, I'm going undefeated.
I'm just really nervous. I'm already looking ahead to tomorrow night.
What's tomorrow night? Oh, Michigan, Nebraska. Hey, question. If Nebraska beats Michigan, does the majority of the people still say I still need to see more? Yes, they do. Yes.
Can't believe Nebraska's for real.
Brogan, what say you, my friend?
I mean, it's really hard to believe, but if they beat Michigan, you got to put them number 2. And you just got to, it just is what it is at that point.
I told Mike, Nebraska this week, which is ridiculous, has at Michigan and then Illinois on Saturday. If they split, they're for real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
By the way, Mike, I got really bad news for you.
What's that?
Nebraska's at 5:00. Not awful. Peacock. You're going to really struggle.
Crap, I don't have that channel. Damn it. Or that channel is an app. My bad. You got Mike Luke's technology right where you want it right there. Hey, can somebody give me their Peacock password? Yes.
I do it.
Crap.
Wait, does that mean that Saturdays on Peacock too? Because that's a big.
There's a Peacock too?
Yeah, it's called the Cock too.
Somebody send Mike their Peacock.
Wait a second.
Right
there's really 2 Peacocks?
No, Peacock also.
Peacock
also.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. They play.
I was like, there's a Peacock 2? I don't even know about Peacock
Sunday
1.
FS1 for Illinois. Sunday FS1. So you're good. You're good on Sunday.
Let's get all caught up on the super snaps here. JRAD NS, did this super snap go through? Yes, $2, my friend. Very much appreciate you. We'll get back to Peacock in a second here. Cody, can you put out the super snaps we haven't read, please? Thank you.
Yeah, it's on the screen.
What's that?
There's one on the screen.
Hey, how do you send a super snap? You just did. Wit, good job. $4.99. Ben Felix, $1.99. Sober and sad in Provo. Yeah, that nightlife in Provo, baby. All right, now Chris Toner. Oh, Toner, how you doing, buddy? Aristotle played great defense tonight and well enough to have Arizona up double digits with a minute to go. Sheer and I disagree on Aristotle. I think Aristotle's going to be a monster next year. Sheer doesn't think so. Okay.
A really strong word.
H Fuchs to $1.99. This game flared up my libs.
My IBS.
My IBS. Yeah, I was going to say,
I got you.
Wow, a political comment?
Why are we getting into politics here, H Fuchs? Yeah, appreciate you. All right, $2. Rick Patton. The Civil War General Rick Patton. AJ is ready to flop with the best in the MNBA. Yes.
The libs are up in arms with this.
Yeah, I was like, come on, guys. We're better than this.
Oh, my God. The libs are furious.
Yeah, the kids are furious on the streets
America's team, the Arizona Wildcats.
Yes. All right, we got James Greer. 1999, BTFD from the Greers in California. Wife and I enjoy the show's big-time guard play tonight. Yes, very much appreciate you, James Greer. Very much appreciate you. OC Bodybuilders, $4.99. Refs tried to steal the game from us. AJ is a foul hunter, still a great player, though. I'm going to get to that in a second. Meisner, the great Meisner. I'd like to say thank the Big 12 for giving us a game against a top 5 team in the conference after one day rest. Meisner, my guy. Very well put. All right, Max Manley, 520. I like that name. Yeah, that was my nickname in high school. 520. I got to read it, though, Cody. Go back. 520. There's nothing there, but thank you for the $5. Very much appreciate you. Rick Patton, $10. Tied for the best program in tied for the best start in program history. Back the freaking A. Yes, Rick. Very much appreciate you. Did this super snap go through? $2. JRAD NS. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
New strategy. Don't read super snaps for like 20 minutes. Then people just keep putting them through. They went through.
Bringing me your
before you know
smart move.
$80.
Yeah, keep bringing me your super snaps. What did Arizona Israel think of the game? They were at the game, Sheer. They had it. They had intelligence.
He messaged me.
Did he really?
He said that you sent him.
Yes, I did send him to you.
Yeah, we talked a little bit, and he's actually
hello, brother.
A BYU fan went after me tonight, and he said, "Please, leave Jason alone," which I appreciate.
Oh yeah, no, Arizona Israel, man. When you get them involved in stuff, like they're serious, man. That's awesome. He DM'd you.
Yes, with me and your own,
All right, I'm not going to stick up for AJ here because I find that style of play somewhat repulsive. I don't blame the players anymore for the foul merchant stuff. I blame this is something in my opinion that has to be completely overhauled by officials at the MNBA and at the college level. It's insane. And I'm at the point now I think Shai Gilgeous is one of the 2 or 3 best players in the world. I can't stand watching Shai Gilgeous play. He's a little bit better this year because they're not giving him as many calls, but they have got to figure this out. It is now technically it is if you flop or do it, they're allowed to call something on you. They have to start doing that. Watching a guy like Debansa, who is clearly the best player on the court, and who's basically acting like he gets shot in the ribs every time he gets, guys, I don't even blame the players anymore on this. I blame the powers that be. We've got to figure this out. It's absurd at this point.
Why would you ever blame the players? They're just doing you do what it takes to win. If the refs are going to call a foul every time you kick your leg, you're going to keep kicking your leg.
Right.
I mean, it's just I would never blame the players for it. It's absolutely the ref's fault. I mean, AJ's out here flailing his legs because the ref's going to give it to him. So why wouldn't you?
How do you fix this? Because here's the thing is that I know back in the day flopping's been a thing. I get it, but it's reached, for me at least, we're at almost like a critical mass moment now. When I can't watch somebody as good as Shai Gilgeous without basically saying, oh, there's a play I'm going to make fun of and call Brogan tomorrow about. I
can't watch him. I can't.
It's reached a point to me where it's got to be addressed. Brogan.
Yeah, and offensive players have gotten so good and so skilled, especially with ball handling. Right. And then they've changed, like footwork has evolved over the last 10, 15 years with the Euro step and the step back and all those things. And so fans want to see offense. The game wants offense. The NBA moved to offense a long time ago. And so what they've also done in the process, though, is they've allowed offense to create so much contact and put defenders at such a disadvantage that it just led to 1,000 whistles. Then what that turned into is, well, now if I create a little contact and flail to the side like Shai, or hook your arm and throw it up while I shoot with my offhand, or what AJ was doing, which is elevate and kick my leg out, now you're putting the refs in a really tough position because they've been instructed to call fouls because that's the flow of the game and the things of that nature. It's a hard job to officiate, especially what TV doesn't really do justice for. If you're ever at a game and you get relatively close to the court, the game's way faster than what you see on TV. It looks slow on TV. So officiating is a hard job. But my thing is they just need to err totally on the other side, which is if you kick your leg out, like Jordan used to kick his leg out on every fadeaway jump he ever shot. But you know what he didn't do? He didn't fall down afterwards.
Right.
He just landed and kept it moving.
Right. And he wasn't doing that to try to fool the official or try to exact something. The first guy I ever saw do that was Reggie Miller. And Reggie Miller Reggie Miller would come off a screen. He would stick his leg out. There was no reason for it. He was just trying to get fouled. That's the kind of crap that if you do it, there's got to be some penalty for it, because that's the only way that it's going to stop. Is I don't know if it's a technical or a warning than a technical, or you get fined. Whatever it is, they have to do something about it.
I don't think it has to be that. I think it can be really simple, which is, if you make an excessive move on offense and you fall down and you just didn't get, hit upside the head or something, they just don't call a foul. Right. Let you take your leg out and alter your crazy shot and fall down and let it go.
That's where I was
stop doing it.
And that's where I guess I was giving the officials probably a little too much credit, and that's why I basically got emasculated at the beginning of the show. But AJ, there was about 7 or 8 times. There was about 7 or 8 times where AJ basically just fell over, and he's like, and they always act like a 12-year-old chick or something that just got slapped. It's like, come on, man, stop acting like that. Stop doing that. I don't get it. Now, because we need the refs going to the table more, Mike. No, I don't need the refs going to the table more. I just need them to either not call it or to call a foul. One of the two. I don't need them going there and reviewing it for 40 minutes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it. Here's the other thing, guys. You know it when you see it. A lot of times they're like some of the stuff with AJ where he's driving and he fouls to the ground. You know exactly what it is. I don't need to go review anything at that point.
Well, it's my problem with the three-pointer at the end of the game where they called the foul on Burries. He jumps up in the air, shoots his three, and then his legs go sideways instead of forward like your natural shooting motion is. Once you change your natural shooting motion and you kick your legs out to the side, it just shouldn't be a foul call. No big deal.
Agreed.
You know,
Agreed.
and then but my thing is, if you just eliminate, if you stick your leg out and fall, or if I slam into you and fall down, but the problem is NBA's never going to do that because they need 130-point games in order to keep fans entertained. So, and then it trickles down to college, unfortunately. But that's the easiest solve. It's just if you fall down, stop calling fouls.
Right, exactly. Okay, that's I agree. I agree with that one entirely. Now, let's look around here a little bit. I want to talk about Arizona because right now it looks like it's Arizona and Houston. I think Arizona's better than Houston. I think Houston's really good. I think Houston to me is fascinating though, and here's where I think that Arizona is.
Houston's better than Tech.
Yeah, definitely. And I like Tech. I'm bigger on Tech than most people. But where I'm at with Houston is this: everybody's rightfully talking about Kingston Flemings. He's remarkable. You guys, I mean, not you, Sheer, but man, all the rankings messed this kid up. How this kid wasn't a top 5 or 6 player is insane. He's a 6'4" point guard that can do basically everything. But everybody's looking at those numbers and seeing that he's averaging 19 points per game, and they think it's basically in addition to last year's team. But if you watch the team now, Uzon is a complete non-factor. So you obviously get Flemings into the equation, but Uzon has taken 5 steps back from there. So I guess my question is this: are they that much better, that duo, than we thought they would be before the season, with natural progression from Uzon and, a top 10 or 15 thing? Where are we at with that guard duo?
I think they're really good. I mean, Flemings is a stud. Sharp gets the job done. They have Uzon at the 3 this season. As we saw in the Tech game, Tugler just means so much to their team. Like, if Tugler's not in the court, he got in foul trouble, they're done. They're just done. So that's as good as Flemings is. I mean, he dropped 40 in that Tech game or whatever. They lost because Tugler couldn't stay on the court. You got to get him off the court. If that happens, their defense, as we saw in that game, really, really suffers. But I think Houston's really good. I really do. Now, I think they're going to lose a couple more games. They have a gauntlet similar to Arizona where they're at Iowa State, home against Arizona, at Kansas. And then they still need to go at BYU. So they're going to lose some games here, but they're really good.
Yeah. I mean, Brogan, where are you at, though, with the Uzon Flemings thing?
So if you look at their backcourt last year was Uzon, Sharp, and Cryer.
Yeah.
I think the backcourts are essentially the same in terms of the production you get. Okay. Cryer was 15, 16 points a game.
Right.
And so Flemings fills that void, or plus a little more, but you lose some from Uzon. You get the same out of Sharp.
Right.
I think the problem with them is you don't really replace Roberts with Cenac in the same way. Tugler can't score. So now they're dependent on their guard scoring. If Flemings doesn't have 41 or whatever he had against Tech, they get blown out in that game. Right. But it took a special game just to keep him in it. So all of that being said, they're starting 5 compared to last year in the ballpark.
Right.
But they have 0 depth that can actually play in meaningful games. Whereas last year they had guys that could play.
And that's where
Arsenault and some of those other guys. Now they got nobody.
Exactly, and that's where I'm going to come back to, and I think that's a little bit of BYU's, obviously, their issue as well. They're bringing in some and by the way, if guys who have been in the G League for 8 years want to come back to college, and you all suck. Come on back. If you want to be a 28-year-old living in the freshman dorms, and you want to come back, you suck, because they all stink.
They all stink. Every single one of them.
Yeah, this Moroccan guy or whatever he is from, what is he, Egyptian or Saudi Arabia?
I think he's Egyptian. He was bad. He was bad in the G League. He averaged 4 points.
Yeah, he sucks. He sucks. You can be there as long as you want. The dude at Baylor sucks.
You know what's great about guys just sucking, by the way? That's under that.
Yeah. I was going to say, what else? Yeah, be careful there.
Before the game, we were told how great Mboop was, and he couldn't even play on the court today.
No, I mean,
he's a defensive player who's versatile for them, but we talked about it. When he plays, Krivas is going to go stand in the paint because he can't score.
Yeah.
Advantage Arizona.
You play him as much as you want. But that's where I'm at with those guys. Now, guys that have, if you get some clown that's been in the NBA or something, and he's like, yeah, I'm going back to college. Well, all right, we need to slash your tires.
Well, here's the thing. If you look at the draft, the top picks in the draft are either Euros or college players.
Right.
They're not G League players.
Right.
You get Ron Holland, who went to G League Ignite or whatever and gets drafted 7th or whatever. So now if I take a guy who couldn't cut it in the G League and wasn't very good and he comes back to college, it was a mass overreaction to this idea that you could be a pro for 4 years and then come back to college crazily.
Right.
But the Najee guy that's at Baylor, this dude that's at BYU, they all stink. They all stink. Yeah. They all stink. And so if you can't cut it in the G League, why are you going to be good in college when college is, in theory, a better product because the players are better?
And here's where I'm going to go with this one as well. If you couldn't cut it in the G League and your name – if you're in the G League and you go back to college, you suck, because the only time that's supposed to be a one stop, that's supposed to be a pit stop. Who was it? The Twins were in the G League, right?
Thompson twins.
Yeah, the Thompson twins were in the G League. Scoot Henderson was in the G League.
Yeah, because those guys went right to the NBA. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. If you're coming back to college, you suck.
Yeah. That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
you didn't progress that beyond the G League. You're not that good.
Right.
Remember
What's that?
Darwin? All the Arizona fans.
Yeah, like what was it, like Liero or something? Liero, Darlin, or Tiero?
Darlin is doing now.
Santa Clara?
St. Mary's?
Santa Clara averaging 6 points on 36% shooting, and he plays 18 minutes.
He's basically a poor man's
ADO.
No, who was the African kid or from France that was at the U of A?
Omar Tielemans?
No. This guy was actually not bad. You know what I'm talking about?
Adama
Ball. Adama Ball. He's like a crappy Adama Ball. Who wants that? The only thing that's worse than that is having a solo ball. So that was funny. That was funny. Okay, let's get some reads in here. Yeah, good job, guys. Adama Ball. Yeah. My bad. Okay. Yeah, let's get some reads in here. Talk to me. What do we got, Cody? Welcome to the Rock.
My God, I can't.
Yeah, Brogan! Dude, Brogan just crapped all over your static. Do it again, Brogan.
Brogan just
I have a better mic.
Yeah, do it, Brogan. Do it right now. Yes. Oh, that's sinister, too. That's like Omen static.
Only Static?
No, that's Omen static, like Omen.
I thought we were opening up a new app called Only Static.
Yeah, Only Static. Yeah, you can watch me strip nude. You can watch me strip nude, and all I do is make static sounds. Only Static, Mike Luke, baby.
Send us your super snaps, then we'll get it done.
Yeah, send me your super snaps, and I'll do whatever you want. Yeah, well, within reason.
Nude Static.
Yeah. All right, now I am going to say this. Now, by the way, this is why Kobe isn't on the A team. Kobe refuses to do it. You know what I've noticed about Gen Zers, and Ben 1 is the same way. They refuse to do it like they're too cool or something. Okay, dude.
For people who don't hang out with other people in real life, they sure are afraid to.
They sure are actually afraid to do that. Yeah. And by the way, if you have never, I'm going to say this right now. If you have never met somebody, you are not their friend. All these Gen Zers, they never meet anybody. They don't talk with anybody.
Leave Kobe alone.
No, I love Kobe, but I'm going to say this though, that if you're one of these people that thinks you have a friend because like it's some faceless person or account that you DM with, that is not a friend. A friend is somebody that you know. A friend is somebody that you can go hang out with. Not this this
Avatar.
Yeah, an avatar is not your friend. And can we agree on that? If I know you as an avatar, you are not my friend. Is that fair?
I think I have to agree with that.
Yep. Sheer, would you agree with that?
I respect Kobe, and I stand by him.
Okay. All right. There we go. All right. Now, 2 convenient locations: Tucson plus Green Valley, 50 plus locally sourced landscaping materials, serving residents and contractors. East of Benson, Sierra Vista, west of Marana, south to Nogales, and north to Oracle. By the way, Brogan, you're getting a lot of love for that static. That was some slick static right there.
Game tonight.
That was Brogan's rock band in high school. Slick Static. It was very good.
That is actually a good rock band name. Actually,
yes,
that's
Slick
a good
Static, baby. Okay. Oh yeah, Carlos, the biggest online putts friend of all time. Yeah, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos, that loser. All right, check it out though. Green Valley Decorative Rock. Back the rock. Man, Brogan, you got a lot of people in here. Baba Ganoush. Oh, very cool. All right, now, Baggins. Saturday is around the corner. That means that we get a Dennis Walsh real time with his friend Kai. All right, now use code AZ12 for 15% off. You gonna get yours. Now, here's the thing. 12 Arizona locations, locally owned and operated, all food made in-house daily. Join the VIP Text Club. Text Baggins to 877-797-0444 and free delivery with free ride. Go get yours. Now, check it out. Use code AZ12 for 15% off. Okay, boom. All right. Brogan, you said that you think the window is closed on more children, correct?
I don't think. Since I control that, I know.
Oh.
Well, things could change right here, Brogan.
Hey, you can reverse engineer that stuff now, can't you?
Yeah, you can, absolutely.
You could get a reverse engineer. And then, Peck, you won't even need it. Just get this shirt. If you go up and say, listen, Jessica, I've decided that we want to have more children. I know that I might not be able to, but guess what? There is a shirt that changes everything. This shirt right here, not just a football school. This gets women excited beyond belief. This
Proving
right
birth
here.
control wrong all across the country.
No, exactly. This is the antithesis. This is the opposite of birth control. If you're looking to not have kids, do not get this.
This is not just a birth control school.
This is not just a birth control
Exactly.
school.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. That was
Right. But either way, you got to get this shirt, though. I was telling Dennis Walsh with his lovely lady, and then he's like, well, I don't want to have 4 kids. So, yeah, I mean, I get it. But either way, why not? This shirt, they're all going to be genetic marvels if you were in this shirt when the production occurred. So,
Given how potent this shirt is, are we sure we want to do a Ted Wardo shirt?
well, you can't be thinking about. Ted Wardo can't get pregnant.
to your knowledge.
Well, yeah, my knowledge. I mean, who knows with that one? Yes, that's a good one. I don't know, Cody. That's a very, very good question. But maybe I'll get Ted Wardo this shirt and we'll find out. But all right. And I was hoping to drive over to Mike's mom's house and pick up a shirt. Is that a diss towards me? Maybe. Okay. I'll probably deserve it. All right. Guys, everybody go to Little Caesars, by the way. 15 off. I just bought – it's amazing right here. Brogan, you got like 35 Rugrats running around the house. I bought 7 pizzas for $54 the other day. It's very, very good. Okay. Now, somebody just said, did Koa Pete's father buy one of those shirts? He probably did with those 25 pizzas. Right, yeah. 15% off any online order. Save 15 or code LCFREECC, free crazy combo with any pizza purchase. All right, I'm going to say this, guys. This Arizona team, sure, it was a lot closer than I think people wanted at the end, but man, this team's a juggernaut. I mean, you took a good BYU team that I don't care what anybody says, they're going to be a top 4 seed in the tournament, and you basically smacked them around on their home court for 39 minutes, guys.
Yeah.
And I think
Good.
my whole thing is we got to stop judging this team on a perfect 10 out of 10 scale. Otherwise, we win every game by 77 points.
Right.
Like, we're not going to shoot 50% from 3. We're not going to get 74 offensive rebounds. Not everybody's going to play the best defense and make every shot. But that's what makes this team so special is they can play bad games and win by 20. We saw that last, against West Virginia where they didn't play great and they're up 20 or Kansas State. But this team can just beat you in every single way. So, sure, you made the point earlier with Jerome Tang is like, pick your poison, but it's all poison. You have to eat some of it at some point, and that's what makes this team awesome.
You go get yours.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Mike. Yeah, they just look. You got to figure out how to beat Arizona, and good luck because there's not a clear recipe to how to do that.
There's really not. Cody James Martin, you were. What do you think about this team? You're our resident skeptic. What do you think, Cody? What's the problem? Why does this team suck?
This seems amazing. I only have one complaint, and I've said it a couple times, is that the big struggle when they're not getting the fouls. They're not getting the calls. That's the only thing.
So when the guards aren't making shots, are they struggling too?
No. This team's awesome. That the only time I've seen them have any kind of issues is like when Pete, Krivas, and Awaka are not getting the calls down low. Because then Krivas looks like he has no idea what's going on when he's getting hammered, and they're not calling it.
He doesn't know what
sometimes Mike gets hammered and he doesn't know what's going on either.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, sometimes when you're getting girthed up and down the backside, it's going to be really difficult to figure out how you're going to deal with that.
Tommy said something. You ready?
Yeah, did you say girth?
You're going to like this. There's no penalty for flopping. It should be a tech. There has to be something on the line there.
Yeah.
I
we agree, Tommy.
I agree with him, man. Yeah. I think T-Lloyd. We need to get T-Lloyd going here. Oh, would that be his street name? Oh, I like T-Lloyd. Yeah, T-Lloyd.
Look, I don't know how to do an L.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Just throw up the West Side and say it means something else. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, my mom, did I ever tell you about this?
There it is. We got it.
Oh, that's good. Did I ever tell you what my mom does now? She's probably watching, but it was a good day.
Yeah,
we got good
gang symbols now?
Yeah, no. We got good news from Mom, so it's okay if I can make fun of her a little bit.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, we got really good news. Very good news. Long story short, Mom was going in. She had some very suspicious-looking bumps, and they were good.
Good bumps.
They're good
Better
bumps.
than bad
yeah.
bumps.
Yeah,
when is your bumps happening?
I have to go February 22nd. Yeah. Brogan, have I ever showed you the bump that I have up here on my elbow that I can slide all the way down to my wrist?
This is a
No.
Like it's disgusting, Brogan. No.
It's like a bursa sack or what?
No, it's like a fatty thing. Hold on, let me see.
Oh.
See that thing right there?
Mm-hmm.
Watch this.
That's crazy.
You know what it is?
Crazy.
Mike got microchipped when his parents adopted him.
Exactly.
No, it was when I was in the Make-A-Wish
That's his.
club.
That's his Apple AirTag.
Yeah, no, it was,
you don't know when we're gonna lose Mike, so whatever we lose,
Exactly.
yeah, but no. See, but now, like, all right. So it's right here. Oh, hold on. It's like right there, and then I'll get back.
So when you wake up
Look
in
at
the
this,
morning,
look at
how
this
do you
thing.
choose where to put it?
No, it's just, but the doctor told me, it was funny. He was looking at it. It's this guy from like, I don't know. He's like from Tunisia or something. And so he's got he's got a thick accent. And he says to me, he's like, I have never seen that in my life. And then, and I was like, how long have you been doing this? And he's like, 32 years. And I'm like, oh, wow. So I got a movable bump, baby. And so again, all right, hold on one last time. Woo. Hold on. Woo.
Movable bump.
There we go.
Oh my
And
God.
it'll go all the way down to my elbow. All right. But Arizona obviously is really Arizona's really, really good. I was gonna say something else and I can't remember what it was, but it probably was it probably didn't matter.
Is there a show tomorrow?
Yeah, we're gonna have a show tomorrow. No show on Thursday. Oh, I was gonna make fun of my mom for a second. Okay. So, you know the Wildcat thing that everybody does where they're like this or all that?
Yeah,
Mom keeps going like this and flashing Crip. And then
everyone got this grip on it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so what she posted that, or I posted that, and some guy said he's like, yeah, your mom's throwing up Crip. And then I looked, I'm like,
huge Crip though.
I mean, my mom is from the streets of LA.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, when I think Crips, I think James.
when you think about going down Crenshaw Avenue in a scooter, there is nobody that does it better than her. Throwing up the blue rag everywhere she goes. It's amazing. Yeah. But all right, on that note, though, that's a forearm muscle. We all know how that grows. Yeah, but it's my left hand, not my right hand, buddy. All right, so on that note, though, we will be back with you tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Very much appreciate all the super snaps. You guys are amazing. For Mr. John Brogan, our LDS correspondent who stayed here on assignment, and Lan Allen, who is actually on the field, probably hanging out with Arizona Israel right now. I am merely Mike Luke. We have Jason Shearer. Oh, and Vegas Falcon. Back tomorrow's show. Back the A, baby. Very much appreciate Vegas Falcon. All right, everybody. Dude, I've already read all of them, man. There's like 800 of them. We very much appreciate all of you guys. All right, fine. We'll read all of them again. Come on.
All of them.
All of them. Yeah, there's like 33 of them. Yeah. All right.
Make sure you call out the libs.
Okay, yes. All right. Hey, here's what we're going to do. I'll do 10, you do 10, you do 10, and then I'll do the last 3. Or we'll have Cody do the last 3. Okay. H. Fuchs, $4.99. Shout out to Tony Padilla. Played his butt off and came up short. BYU's best player. How that guy keeps getting big assignments, I don't know. All right. This is a 10-point win in my mind. Mr. Tyler Warden dominated BYU the entire game outside the last 4 minutes. Very well put. Very well put. All right, Meisner, the great Meisner. Credit to BYU for making some huge shots down the stretch, but really Padilla tried to screw us. And, yeah, very true. Now, Sean, not Sean, $4.99 super snap. JB and Burry snatched BYU's soul in the first half. Coa and AJ in hell. Wow. That went morbid. But love the small ball lineup, 1 through 5 switching. Yeah, good job. Good job. All right, hold on. Let's what else we got here? Okay, now, oh no, I can't read all my. Yeah. All right, what else we got? Oh, Lee Ferris, 1999. Great game by Guard U. Yes, the real Guard U, baby. All right, Tom Smallwood, my guy. This was a great learning experience for Fresh. For Fresh, a number 1 seed so close I can taste it. Yummy, yummy in the tummy. Yeah, Colton Hawthorne, $4.99. Seahawk. Nah, I'm just going to go Colton Hawthorne. Good win, but Tommy needs to learn inbounds plays and how to light into his team to lock in officials when games get stupid when it shouldn't. What else we got? Lil Guillermo, my guy. Need to give Mr. Coach Klein a call for some inbounds plays. A win is a win, but how do we not have better inbounds plays? Yes. All right, TJ Wilmore, Terrence Wilmore. 28% three-point shooter, missed 15 straight, goes 5 of 8 today. Kobe L. Thiel's BYU buddies said they didn't want him out there. They're idiots. AJ throws himself on the floor at any hint of contact, and Arizona was still 10 points better than BYU, if not for Padilla and inbounding. A lot of room for error. Okay.
That's 10 if you want to switch.
All right, now. Sure, yours. Yeah, my voice is giving out.
Vegas Falcons 17. Refs sucked. Padilla is awful. Andre Veras, it's hard to win on the road in conference play. You can't give up a lead like that, even though we knew BYU would make a run at home. Most disappointing is the amount of offensive rebounds BYU got. Inbounds play, WTF.
Yeah.
Bridge Tech Communications. I love this team, but I feel mentally defeated with how we nearly collapsed down the stretch. We were dominating. A win is a win, but you can't feel great about how loose we played with the ball. Give up too many open threes.
All right, keep going.
Iron J01, make free throws.
Yeah, I like that.
I agree.
That's good.
Ray Vargas, need Tommy to make some adjustments. Mo not touching the court 7 game minutes is bad. 31 Quaz, Burry Swat is the new D. Will block.
Yeah, I like it. Sure,
Ben
you're so much
Felix,
better at this.
Burries is a mini booker.
Yeah, mini book.
I'm going to read it like a Kobe,
Yeah.
6'9", 420.
Yeah.
Your text caused it all.
Yeah, I like it. A little bit of a grunge factor.
Ray Vargas, can we talk about Tommy wanting to slow the game down with 6 minutes left when we were looking good, going at them, playing fast?
That's 10 if you want to switch to
All right,
Brogan.
Brogan, you're up now, Brogan.
All right, here we go.
Yes.
Ben Felix, OFC.
Of
Toby.
course. Come on. Get your slang
Oh,
right.
that was not Gen Z at all.
Come on. Come on.
Toby forgets how to rebound late game when we need it the most. All right, Huge Bob. Hugh Bob.
Hugh
one.
Bob, that's a great name. Hugh Bob.
We're always talking about girth, but it was the smallest members of our team that delivered a happy ending tonight. Our
That's
guards
really,
are
really
girthy
good.
too, though.
Yeah,
don't
that's really, really
take
good
that
one.
away from them.
Yeah.
Wit Honeo 1.
Right.
How do you send a super chat?
Right.
I think you
Oh,
figured
well, you
that
just
one out.
did.
Yep. Ben Felix, sober and sad in Provo tonight. That's
Mhm.
pretty typical.
Yeah.
All right, Chris
Yes.
Chris Tonner, 392. Aristote played great defense tonight. Mike definitely disagrees about Aristote's defense, and well enough to have Arizona up double digits with a minute to go.
Yeah.
H. Fuchs
Yeah, H. Fuchs. Yeah, this game flared up my lips.
flared up all the
Yeah,
libs
limbs.
out there,
Yeah. We're getting bad, yeah.
and IBS.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
we're getting-
Make Arizona great again.
Man, yeah. All
The
these
Rick-
liberals are giving me IBS.
The Rick Patton. Liberals give me IBS for
Yeah.
sure. AJ is ready to flop with the best of them in the MNBA. Very, very
Yes,
true.
Yes.
James Greer, BTFD from the Greers in California. Wife and I enjoy the show. Big time guard play tonight. No question.
Right.
OC bodybuilders. Refs tried to steal the game from us. AJ is a foul hunter. Still a great player, though. I think that's a great player, though. I think that's fair.
Mhm. All right, now what do we? I'll go. Keep going.
Jay Meisner. I'd like to thank the Big 12 for giving us a game against a top 5 team in the conference after 1 day of rest. What I will say, though, is that type of thing prepares you for the tournament because you're playing, 1 day rest every other weekend. Max Manley 520. $5.20. Enough
Yeah,
said.
that's a manly. Yeah, we like that,
Easy.
Max. Keep them coming, baby.
The Rick Patton tied for the best start in program history, back to freaking A, and we get to beat the best start in program history by smacking up ASU.
Yes.
J-Rad NS. Did the super chat go through?
Yes.
It did not. You should try again.
We have
try
a
again,
we
but
have
send
a
us 100
saying
to make sure
Yeah.
that it goes
Yeah, we
through.
have to make
We have a
Yeah.
saying that says if you have to ask, you probably already know the answer.
Yes.
Okay. Hunting Arizona and enjoying the process. From the hunting world, you guys rock. Hashtag bear down. Vegas Falcon 17. Back tomorrow's show and back the A.
Yes. Vegas.
Little Guillermo, read one more.
Yeah,
Mike
little-
complaining about having to read for his money is probably the highlight of the night.
Oh wow! I had somebody say something the other day to me. They messaged me and they're like, "Did you really say this?" And I'm like, "I don't remember, but probably." I mean, I don't know. Yes. All right, you guys are absolutely fantastic, Brogan. You're getting a lot of credit for that static. You brought your game. That was Sheer.
Oh, and
I will be better.
I see
will
what
be better.
Tyler Warden's writing in there. Tell him we didn't miss that.
He knows what's going on, Tyler. You're gonna have to bring your game too, because yeah. All right, I'm gonna have a drumstick. I'm very an ice cream drumstick. All right, for Jason Shear, for John Brogan, For Cody James Martin, I am merely Mike Luke. You guys are the best. We got up to 904 lives today. We're going to get to 1,000. We're going to get ours at some point. And, we're going to get that 1,000. But, yeah. Or as my mom says, go Wildcats as she throws up the crip. Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow at 10. TTFN. Woohoo.